Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I'm Anuja Kumar with the midday news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral talks with President of Chile, Gabriel Boric in New Delhi. Signs several agreements in various sectors. Government to take up Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 for consideration and passing tomorrow. President Droupadi Murmu hails RBI's efforts in making India a global leader in digital payment system. Union Home Minister Amit Shah says government is taking giant stride towards building a Naxal-free Bharat, informs most affected districts by left-wing extremism reduces to 6 from 12. India intensifies humanitarian assistance to earthquake-hit Myanmar. 3 more Indian Navy ships, including C-130J aircraft, depart with aid material. And in IPL T20 Cricket, Lucknow Super Giants to face Punjab Kings in Lucknow this evening. And now the news in detail. India and Chile today exchanged agreements for cooperation in disaster management and cultural exchange. Both sides also exchanged letter of intent on Antarctica cooperation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today held talks with President of Chile, Gabriel Boric in New Delhi, covering the full spectrum of India-Chile relations. Mr. Modi also hosted a lunch in honor of the visiting dignitary. In his press statement, Mr. Modi said Chile is an important friend and partner for India in Latin America. He said in today's discussions, they identified several new initiatives to enhance cooperation in the coming decade. The Prime Minister said both sides have instructed their teams to begin discussions on a mutually beneficial, comprehensive economic partnership agreement.
आज हमने एक पारस्परिक लाभकारी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक पार्टनरशिप एग्रीमेंट पर चर्चा शुरू करने के लिए अपनी टीम्स को निर्देश दिए हैं। क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स के क्षेत्र में साझेदारी को बल दिया जाएगा। रेजिलिएंट सप्लाई और वैल्यू चेन्स को स्थापित करने के लिए काम किया जाएगा। कृषि के क्षेत्र में एक दूसरे की क्षमताओं को जोड़कर फूड सिक्योरिटी सुनिश्चित करने के लिए सहयोग किया जाएगा। डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी, रेलवे, स्पेस तथा अन्य क्षेत्रों में भारत अपना सकारात्मक अनुभव चिली के साथ साझा करने के लिए तैयार है।
He said partnership in the field of critical minerals will be emphasized. Mr. Modi said work will be done to establish resilient supply and value chains. The Prime Minister welcomed the agreement reached today on the letter of intent between the two sides to enhance cooperation in this important area. He said it is a matter of great joy that people of Chile have adopted yoga as a healthy lifestyle. The President of Chile arrived in New Delhi today on a 5-day visit to India. The visiting dignitary is accompanied by a high-level delegation, including ministers, members of parliament, business associations, and prominent Chileans involved in the India-Chile Cultural Connect. This is President Boric's first visit to India as the President. The Waqf Amendment Bill 2025 will come up for consideration and passing in the Lok Sabha tomorrow. Talking to media at the Parliament House today, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju, who also holds the charge of Minority Affairs Ministry, said it has been decided to have 8 hours of discussion on the bill in the House. He added that during the Business Advisory Committee meeting, it has been agreed that the time of discussion may be increased after taking sense of the House. He added that the government is ready to answer all the questions over the bill. The minister alleged that opposition parties are against the legislation due to their appeasement politics.
The Honourable Speaker made an announcement that 8 hours is fixed right now for Waqf Amendment Bill, and if required, we will take the sense of the House and extend the time for discussion. Government is very honestly and keenly looking forward to have a proper discussion on Waqf Amendment Bill.
Now let's go live to our correspondent Bhupendra Singh for more updates from the Parliament. Bhupendra, as the government is ready to table the Waqf Amendment Bill tomorrow in Lok Sabha, what is the latest you are having from the Parliament today?
Well, Anuja, both the houses of parliament have just reassembled, and in the Lok Sabha, papers on different matters are being tabled, and the House is also scheduled to take up the calling attention on hardship faced by the fishermen community, the Coastal Shipping Bill 2024, and reserving assembly seats in Goa Assembly for scheduled tribes today. And while in the Rajya Sabha, the House has taken up the Protection of Interest in Aircraft Object Bill 2025 for consideration and passing. Another bill which is listed in the business of the upper house today is the Tribhuvan Sahakari University Bill 2025, which seeks to establish the Institute of Rural Management Anand as a university, namely Tribhuvan Sahakari University. And this bill has already been passed by the Lok Sabha. Anuja, earlier the Lok Sabha took up several important oral and written questions during question hour. One of the questions was related to farmer welfare, and the Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan reiterated the government's commitment for farmer welfare. In a written answer, Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment B.L. Verma mentioned that at present there is no proposal under consideration for revision of the OBC non-creamy layer income limit. And however, during 0 hour, due to opposition members' protest, the Lok Sabha was adjourned till 2 p.m.
Okay.
In the Rajya Sabha, also various questions related to chemical and fertilizer, consumer affairs, finance, health, and other ministries were answered by the government, and replying to supplementaries during the question hour on rupee depreciation due to exiting foreign investor. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that foreign exchange reserve position is quite strong in the country.
Bhupendra. We are falling short of time right now. Thank you so much, Bhupendra, for the updates. Earlier, Lok Sabha has been adjourned till 2 p.m. following opposition protests on different issues. During 0 hour, Samajwadi Party members were trying to raise the issue of reported attack on Samajwadi Party MP Ramji Lal Suman following his remarks on Rana Sanga. Congress and TMC MPs were on their feet on the issue of duplicate electoral photo identity card numbers and other issues. TMC MPs today staged a walkout from Rajya Sabha over the issue of duplicate voter ID numbers. When the House met this morning, Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar rejected the adjournment notices moved by opposition members on different issues. Opposing it, TMC MP Dola Sen said her party has given notices several times for a discussion on the issue of duplicate voter ID numbers, but they have been denied. Later, TMC members staged a walkout from the upper house. President Droupadi Murmu has said that the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has played a key role in making India a global leader in digital payments by continuously modernizing the country's payment infrastructure and nurturing a vibrant fintech ecosystem. Speaking at the closing ceremony of the commemoration of RBI's 90th year in Mumbai today, the President highlighted that the central bank's remarkable journey over the past 9 decades has been aligned with the vision and policies of the government.
The RBI has played a key role in making India a global leader in digital payments by continuously modernizing the country's payment instrument infrastructure. It has ensured that digital transactions are not only seamless and efficient, but also secure.
She emphasized that as India approaches the centenary of its independence, the mission of Viksit Bharat 2047 calls for a financial ecosystem that is innovative, adaptive, and accessible to all.
Increasing globalizing world, it has also ensured that India's financial system remains resilient in the face of any adverse international trends. The RBI sees itself as more than a central bank and has played a pivotal role in financial inclusion and institution building initiatives. The RBI has over the years strengthened the financial ecosystem by establishing key institutions such as the NABARD, IDBI, CDB, and National Housing Bank. It has thus provided essential support for agriculture, small businesses, and housing.
Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw today called for a techno-legal approach to tackle crime, as law alone cannot be sufficient in the new age. The minister said this while delivering the 21st D.P. Kohli Memorial Lecture in New Delhi on the occasion of the Central Bureau of Investigation's 62nd Foundation Day. Mr. Vaishnaw mentioned that rapid technological, economic and social growth have altered the context of conventional investigation.
We are passing through the most transformative phase of the 21st century. In the last 5 years alone, the world has experienced a global pandemic, witnessed two major geopolitical conflicts, and before that in 2008, we had a major global financial crisis. And tomorrow, the new tariff regime of United States will kick in. This whole new thinking in the global geopolitical, geo-economic and geo-cultural norm is changing the entire global economic order. In this context, when we look at the entire world, with all those changes happening everywhere, here we are, a stable country, people reposing their confidence in the government.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download the News on AIR app. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has stated that the government is taking a giant stride towards building a Naxal-free Bharat. In a social media post, Mr. Shah said the nation has achieved a new milestone by significantly reducing the number of districts most affected by left-wing extremism from 12 to just 6. The Home Minister emphasized that the government is building a Sashakt, Surakshit and Samriddh Bharat with a firm approach to Naxalism while ensuring all-pervasive development. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said that under Operation Brahma, an Indian Air Force C-130J aircraft departed for Mandalay from Delhi today morning, carrying 16 tons of essential humanitarian aid, rice and essential food items. He said a ship of Indian Navy, INS Gabriel, departed from Visakhapatnam with 442 metric tons of essential food items. Dr. Jaishankar informed that the Indian Army Field Hospital Unit has been operationalized in Mandalay. A report.
As first responder to natural disasters in the region, India has swiftly mobilized emergency assistance, a team of rescue and medical professionals, and relief material since 29th of March. Yesterday, India handed over 50 tons of humanitarian assistance and disaster relief material to Myanmar authorities. In a statement, the Embassy of India in Yangon said it is engaged with Myanmar authorities and stakeholders for continuing support in the weeks ahead as Myanmar assesses the full extent of the damage and begins its rehabilitation and recovery efforts. Meanwhile, the death toll in last week's devastating earthquake has crossed 2,000. Myanmar's military leadership has said over 2,056 people have lost their lives so far, while nearly 4,000 injured and 270 still missing. With Anupam and Aishwarya, Tripti Srivastav, Akashvani News.
3 more Indian Navy ships, INS Karmuk, INS Ghadial and LCU-S2 are en route to Yangon with over 500 tons of additional aid material. Another JFC-130 aircraft is also expected to land directly in Mandalay today with over 15 tons of relief aids. Indian origin astronaut Sunita Williams has expressed her eagerness to contribute to India's space program, hoping to share her experiences and support the country's growing space ambitions. She made these remarks during a press conference just days after returning to Earth from an extended mission aboard the International Space Station.
India is amazing. Every time we went over the Himalayas, and I'll tell you, Butch got some incredible pictures of the Himalayas. Just amazing. And you can see, like I've described it before, just like this ripple that happened, obviously, when the plates collided. And then as it flows down into India, it's many, many colors. I think when you come from the east going into like Gujarat and Mumbai, the fishing fleet that's off the coast there gives you a little bit of a beacon that here we come.
And in sports, in IPL T20 Cricket, Lucknow Super Giants will face Punjab Kings at Ikana Cricket Stadium in Lucknow at 7:30 p.m. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral talks with President of Chile, Gabriel Boric in New Delhi. Signed several agreements in various sectors. Government to take up Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 for consideration and passing tomorrow. President Droupadi Murmu hails RBI's efforts in making India a global leader in digital payment system. Union Home Minister Amit Shah says government is taking giant stride towards building a Naxal-free Bharat, informs most affected districts by left-wing extremism reduces to 6 from 12. India intensifies humanitarian assistance to earthquake-hit Myanmar. 3 more Indian Navy ships, including C-130J aircraft, depart with aid material. And in IPL T20 Cricket, Lucknow Super Giants to face Punjab Kings in Lucknow this evening. And with that, we end the midday news.